Hi, this is Lou from Lou's Antiques and Collectibles, and we buy and sell stuff for the 2 antique booths that we have in 2 antique malls. Plaza Antiques in Lincoln Park, Michigan, and Maumee Antiques in Maumee, Ohio. So we are here in the middle of Berlin, Ohio, and we are on day 2 of our trip to Amish country, and we're heading out to Walnut Creek, so come along with us. There's some beautiful farms in the countryside out here. It's so fun to see. We are at the Harvest Thrift Store and we are in Walnut Creek, Ohio. So we're going to go in here and see what they got. So when we went in there, we went and looked at the jewelry, and I got that pin there, which was really nice. And I know I had one of the viewers tell me that I was looking at toys a lot, and I thought, yeah, you know what, I am looking at toys a lot. And that's still not my primary thing I like to buy and sell. I really enjoy the glassware and the jewelry and the other things. But in the winter time, around this area and at the thrift stores, there's often not a lot of that kind of stuff to even buy. So I need things to make my rent, so I look at toys, and I'm getting better at toys, and I'm doing actually quite well with them. So even though that's not my primary love, I am looking at toys a lot these days. And this place was really nice because they had a lot of these bag lots. And a lot of times you can find some treasures in these little bag lots. You might be able to find like a briar horse or something of that nature. And that's kind of what I'm searching for. And also we've been buying a lot of baby toys because, you know, I'm babysitting a lot these days. So we look for that kind of stuff too. So that's going to be our limited time that we're going to be looking for that kind of stuff. And here's a bunch of little cars and dinosaurs. Cars and dinosaurs seem to sell well. But nothing spectacular in this area that I really decided I needed. The prices were right if I was going to use them for myself, but I believe all I got here was a little bag of Legos. And here was some nice doll clothes for $5 for a buck. Boy, you can't go wrong there. And I was looking for some clothes for those that big bag of dolls that I just bought on the previous day. But I didn't find anything. These seemed to be a little bit too big for what I needed for. And here were some little dolls in here. And I always look, like I said, for Monster High dolls or anything that's really unusual or collectible. I typically don't buy the Barbies and things like that unless there's something really unusual, or if I buy a big box lot of a bunch of them. Because you don't get much for those. You usually get like $2-3 for a Barbie that's out of the packaging. So I typically don't buy that kind of stuff at thrift stores. Unless, like I said, it's a box lot or whatnot. So we're digging through here. There was a lot to dig through. There's a little horse there, lots of little dolls. And some toys with the boxes. Now we're in the glassware, and this thing here is called Old Cafe by Anchor Hockey. It's a nice piece of glass. And underneath it is our candle wick, which is another piece of the elegant depression glass. And you probably wonder why I'm not buying it. Well, the clear glassware, it's starting to sell a little bit, but it's still not very good. Here's what I got at that store. I got a Monster High doll, a plush, for $1.99. I don't know if that's worth much or not, but I took a chance on that. This pin here, I paid $2.49 for. I probably can get 10 for. And then I got a bag of Legos for $2. I could probably get $5.99 for those. So I'm sure I could triple at least with these prices here. And now a little bit more on the jewelry. So that's what we got there. We got a few things there, so now we're heading to Walnut Creek, more of the inside the town, and we're heading to our favorite antique mall, the Walnut Creek Antique Mall that we always find something good at. So here's the town. I'll show you up here of Walnut Creek. It's kind of on a little hill. It's very beautiful. And then there's a covered bridge up here we'll go underneath to get to it. Here's the little covered bridge that goes into the town. It's very cool. And the antique mall is right on the top of the hill. So here's a hardware store on the left, and it's kind of tucked in between a bunch of buildings. So here's the Walnut Creek Antique Mall. So this is the outside of the antique mall, and I've always wanted one of these chicken things. I have no idea why, but I just always wanted one. I thought they were so cool. I don't know how much this one is. I don't even know what I'd do with it, but it's so cool. Let's see what else they got out here. They got all kinds of wagon wheels. We've actually bought one of these in the past and have it in our backyard. And here's some nice porch posts. $22. That's not bad. Some old wood. Kinds of old things here. Boy, these windows are only $2.50 each. That's not a bad deal. Here's a nice garden bench. It's only $45. What a deal. So we're going into the Walnut Creek Antique Mall, and the first thing you see is this line of cabinets down the middle of the store, and it's all filled with all kinds of jewelry and all kinds of small items. And I'll tell you what, we haven't been here in a while, and some of these booths are really beautifully done. There's a lot of furniture here, a lot of farmhouse decor, and there's been a lot of new people here. So I really appreciate these displays. They're really beautifully done. I strive one day to have a display like that, but it just seems like I put so much stuff in my booth that I never can get it to look quite this good. One day, if I have more space, this is what I'm striving for. We'll see if that ever happens. But there was lots of glassware and ceramics and all kinds of items like that in this booth. And here's some paper items and some figurines and lots of kitchenware and some wood items and some signs. And this booth here, this person must have several booths. This is probably my favorite booth in this mall. Their prices in this booth are unbelievably good. So I really take time to search this booth because I find some really cool things. There was a nice little prayer book there. There's a piece of Fenton milk glass on the compote there. And these Candlewick sugar and creamers, what a deal. $2 for Candlewick sugar and creamers. Hello, we're going to have to buy those. That's a no-brainer. So that's why I love this booth, because they really have a lot of things that are garage sale price. And for me as a dealer, I can make a profit on these items. So I definitely tend to go to the people that I've bought stuff from before. And you always got to check the bottom because you never know what's down there, especially in this booth. A lot of times there's box lots of items in there. Oh, that's a nice mid-century pin. That black and gold one. I'm going to have to pick that one up, although I was looking at something else there. Very nice. Really like that. $1. You can't beat that. And of course I looked in the necklaces to see if there was anything there. Lots of things hanging on the wall. And cute little shoes. The pink one there I passed on. But that other one next to it I ended up getting. And here's a nice old planter. And the prices were good, but I have to think in my head if I'm able to triple the prices. And so that's why I passed on a lot of items, because I didn't feel I could triple the price to make a profit. So I know that seems like a lot, but you have to figure one of the thirds is the price you pay for it, getting your money back, and that the other third's for the mall, and then the other third is for your profit. So that's why I always look for tripling my price. Lots of nice glassware here. And all kinds of little trinkets and bags. Oh, those are pretty baskets. There's some vintage clothing. And here is the other booth that same person must be have. You can tell by the handwriting it's the same person. So of course I got to dig through here and really look at everything again. Not that I don't look for everything in other booths, but when I know the prices are really good, I will do some serious digging. I can always tell when people do that in my booth because they pull out the stuff from on the bottom shelves and they lay it all in the middle of the floor. So I know sometimes there's been some serious digging in my booth too. Probably because my prices are so reasonable. There's some nice pottery, some jugs, and lots of stuff underneath. There's some jewelry. That was a nice necklace, but the clasp was kind of bad looking, so I ended up passing. It's really important when you buy jewelry not to get any discolorations or any kind of rust type of thing on there. That sometimes they turn green in different spots from wear, and it's important that if you can't clean that off, probably to avoid that, because that's not something you're going to be able to sell very easily. And there's some plates, a quilt rack, and some linens. Ooh, that was a nice set. Boy, their linens were packaged so nicely here. They have what they are and the sizes on them. It's a very good idea. This booth is beautiful. Now, there's a lot of new greenery in here, but boy, oh boy, is this a beautiful booth. It would be fun to have something like this that incorporated the antiques and some of the new stuff. But obviously, if you had pure antiques, it would look quite different. But I think you could use the type of cabinets that they used and just put pure antiques in there, and that would be really neat too. But in this particular one, they had lots of greenery. And this person had a booth the last time we were here, but it is expanded. So there must have been some of the people next to them moved out, and they just incorporated their booths into theirs, because, wow, this was a big booth. Beautiful. I love the cabinets that they're using to display things. And this is cute little vignette with a dining room set. And you could put different things on there. You don't have to put what they did. I like how they incorporated, though, the greenery. And I do find some greenery at garage sales that I probably could incorporate into my booth. Now, these are all new, obviously. But there's some older things mixed in. Like that looks really nice in that cabinet. And they have a dress form on the front. How cute is that? It would be really nice to have so many booths to be able to decorate in. How fun. There's some depression glass in there. And some linens mixed in. And here's a box of goodies. And this person I've been to before too, and they have all kinds of bag lots of jewelry. So I always got to really look through them. One time when I was here years ago, I think I bought everything in their box. They had such good prices. I bought every bag in there. Now this time I think I only bought one bag, but I have to really look, because in the past I've done really well with this person. So I always try to find them, and I never can quite remember where they are, because they're kind of at the end of my venture. But I'm glad they're still here, and they have those bargains still going on. So that is a lot of fun to find a bag lot of jewelry that you can piece out and makes a little bit of money on, and make a bit of a profit. So that one looks kind of good. So I am really searching. I spent a lot of time in this area. Now watches, you see a bag of watches there. I have sold watches, but you have to replace the batteries on them all. You can't sell a broken watch. You have to have working watches. And they are labor intensive, and I have done it from time to time, but I typically stay away from them because it's too much work. And getting the backs off of some of those watches is not an easy feat. And my husband usually gets stuck doing it, and he's not always real happy about that. So, plus you have to have all those batteries, which can be kind of pricey. It might not be worth it. So these are the items I got at the Walnut Creek Antique Mall. What a deal. All this jewelry for $3, and we'll have to go through the jewelry later. This pin was only $1. And this set of candle wicks, sugar and creamer, $2. Wow. What a deal. So I got this little boot. I think it's modern, but it was cute for $1. Shoot, that's a no-brainer. I had to pick that up. We're coming back into Berlin here. We just were in Walnut Creek, and we're going to go to Troyer Supermarket, because that's one of our favorite markets to go to. And then we're going to go to a Mission thrift store right up here. Now over here to the side, there's a ton of antique malls around here. And here's a real big one back in here, in a craft mall and an antique mall. We've gone to those in the past, and they're really nice. But we're a little bit limited on time, so we're just going to go to our favorite spots. And here's Troyer's Market. Great food there. Definitely have to stop there if you come to this area. And here's the Mission thrift store over here. So we're in this store here, and check out this piece of glass. This is puzzling to me because it is shaped like a candlewick piece, but it's in like this caramely color. So I'm going to have to do some research on this piece to see what it is. And I was, of course, looking at the bottom of this one to see what it said. That one was an interesting picture, too. Stuffed animals, 4 for $1. That's garage sale prices. So I definitely looked through those and got a few of those. I ended up getting that piece that you previously saw that looked kind of like candlewick. I think it is candlewick, but I'm not sure. So, like I said, we got to do a bit of research on that. So I dug through these to see if I could find anything. And I found a few items. That little mini was cute. I usually buy, when I buy plush things, I usually stick with Disney or really popular characters that people are buying at the moment. So there's a lot of cute stuffed animals with tags on them, but they're not. They tend to like the Disney and the like the Pokemon and things like that. So that's usually what I stick with. Like there's a little Pikachu there. Those sell usually pretty good for me. And I wash all my stuffed animals. And then if I take them to Maumee, there's a law in Ohio that you have to use a particular spray on them. So I also do that too when I take them there. But typically they're washed anyway, so they're all clean. I put them out to dry on the line. And we're back into the housewares. And this coffee pot that I'm grabbing is really kind of cool. It's metal. I don't know if it's old or new, but I think I'm going to pick up on that. My camera was going a little bit wanky here because I was trying to figure out if this thing was all together. But that was a nice piece, so I picked up on that. So we did pretty good there at that Mission thrift store. Everything kind of got bagged up. I got a metal coffee pot and a real unusual dish that looks like candlewick but with a different type of glass. I'm not sure what that is. And I got some plush things that were 25 cents each. That's garage sale prices, so I picked up on a few Disney type of things. But I will show you that at the end. So right now we're going to head on to the bakery because we're not in this area very often and they got a lot of goodies. So we're going to go check that out. So here's the bakery we always go to, Kaufman's Country Bakery. Oh, they got the best stuff. So we're going to go in there and get some goodies to take home. So here's downtown Berlin. We're going to head now to Millersburg. There's a couple of thrift stores there we want to check out and see what we can find. So come along with us there. So here's some more pictures of downtown Berlin. It's a cute little town. There's all kinds of different shops here. There's a big craft mall here if you're interested in that kind of thing, and quite a few little antique shops. So you could really spend some time down there. And we're heading to Millersburg. And here's downtown Millersburg, which is about a very short distance. I think it took 10 or 15 minutes to get to Millersburg. Neat old building on the left-hand side. So we're going kind of through the middle of town here, and then we're going to be checking out one of our favorite thrift stores in this area. There's quite a few, but today we're limited on time, so we're going to just hit one. It's right here. So there's a Goodwill on this side, but we're going to go to this store here, the Save and Serve Thrift Shop. And we found quite a bit of stuff in here in the past, especially jewelry. So we're definitely going to check this one out. And this is in Millersburg, Ohio. So there's an awful lot of people today, so I don't know if I'll be able to film or not, but let's go on in. So here's some of the items here. Ooh, that tray was nice. And even though I don't show this at the very end, we did end up picking up that tray for $1. That was kind of a no-brainer. It was beautiful. So I forgot to put that in the video, so but we did end up getting that. Some nice depression and older glassware. The clear is not the best sales for me right these days, so I passed. So all we got there was this Walmart hat for $1. I don't know the value of it, but I figured $1 was a pretty good price. So that was it. I got this. We stopped at that Goodwill on the way home in Bellevue, Ohio, and because it was so good on the way there, we decided to stop on the way home. So we got this turkey here for $3. It's modern. And then I bought this sheet for 99 cents. And the only reason I bought this is because I watch the Pro Picker all the time. And he's excellent to watch if you've never seen him. And he buys these all the time. He puts them on eBay, and he gets outrageous amounts of money for them. So I thought, well, for 99 cents, I'll give it a try. I don't know how it's going to do in an antique mall, but it is brand new, old stock. So that's pretty cool. So for $1, we'll take a chance and see what happens on that. Now, these two items here I got at the thrift store in Walnut Creek. I got a Monster High doll. Don't know what she's worth yet. I still got to look that up. And then I got a little bag of Legos. I paid $2 for each of these, so that was kind of a no-brainer. So I got those two things along with some other small items, but that's what I got there. So that was pretty good. These are the things I got at the Walnut Creek Antique Mall. Candle wick for $2 for the set. Sugar and creamer, can't beat that. $1 for the boot. The candle wick set's probably worth about $10. The boot's probably worth $3 to $5. Got a whole bag of jewelry for $3, which we'll go through later. And I got this little mid-century pin for $1. That's probably worth between $4 and $5. Now this little duck here, I paid, I believe, 75 cents. He's modern, but I'm doing a show with the vintage market, and they like all these little items like this that are seasonal, so I got that mainly for that. That's probably worth $5 or $6. And then these here, a bag of dolls I got at the Goodwill on the way, and haven't gone through them yet, but we'll do that on camera so we can see what we got. I paid $5 for all of them, so that was a good buy. So here's more of the items that I got on our trip to Berlin, Ohio, in that area. I got all these stuffed animals for $1 each. I'm thinking they're not real valuable, but probably between maybe $4 and $6 a piece. So $1, you can't beat that. So that's pretty good. This little Mickey Mouse, I'm going to have to look him up, because he, I believe, is from 1984. He was 50 cents. It's got to be worth more than 50 cents, at least $4 or $5. This tree was $1.50. I'll probably put between 7 and 10 on that. These candlesticks were $1 and $2. Same thing here. I'll probably put between 7 and 10 on that. I got two purses. One was $1 and one was $2. And I'll probably put $5, $6 on those. This, I think it's a hazel atlas pattern, but I'll have to look that up. I believe I spent 50 cents a piece. I think they're probably worth between $6 and $10. I'll have to double check on that one. I did get some old Christmas, which is a miracle. You can't hardly find this anymore. And I paid $1 each. I'm thinking at least 10 a piece. May even be quite a bit higher. And then I got a piece of jewelry here I paid $2 for. And this piece, it was the one that kind of stumped me. Candlewick looking, but yet brown swirly color. So that one I still have to look up. And then I got this coffee thing over here. And that I paid $3 for. I'm sure I can get 10. So inside these purses I have a whole bunch of jewelry, so we'll have to go in the house and take a look at all the jewelry. I forgot this hat here I got for $1, and it's like perfect. It's like brand new. So it's worth between $8 or $9. So that was a good buy also. Here's that lot of dolls that I got all for $5, and I thought there was a Monster High doll in there, and I was wrong. There was some that looked very similar, but when they were all pushed in together in one bag, I didn't know. So I'm a little bit bummed about that, but I think I can still, I'm sure I can get $5 out of this, if not triple my money on it. What I will have to do is, I don't really like selling dolls without any clothing. So I probably will search around at garage sales this summer and pick up some clothing for these dolls, and then lot them together, the similar ones together. And then I'm sure I'll do okay in it, but I was a little bit disappointed with that. I really thought there was a Monster High doll in there, but I think what I saw is, I probably saw the arms. The arms on Monster High dolls, they have an extra, I got a kitty helping me. They have a little hinge on their wrist, and I probably saw the arms of this one and a face and another one, and I just assumed that's what it was. And anyways, you make mistakes now and then, but I think we'll be okay with this mistake. So here's some of the jewelry I got. I did get a bag lot that I'll go through too. These items here, the ring, the little box, the pin, and the bracelet, I believe I paid 75 cents for. Most of this stuff is going to go between $5 and $10. This pin I paid $1 for. This one was 50 cents and 50 cents. And this earrings, they're new, but they were $1. So like I said, it's going to be between $5 and probably $5 to $10 on each of these. They're very nice pieces. This piece here I paid $2 for, mainly because it has natural stones on it. So I think I can maybe get a little bit more out of that. The cord is not real great, though. I don't really like a leather cord, but it doesn't sell as well as a chain. But regardless, I think I could probably get $7.99 out of that. Here's a nice bracelet I got for $2.50. I'll probably put $7 on that. I got 2 tassel necklaces. Tassel necklaces are kind of popular right now. I believe I paid $2.50, so those will probably be $5 or $6. This pin I got for $2.50. I think I can triple my money on that one. That's a nice looking pin. I probably can get $7.50 on that. This necklace set I paid $1. I'm sure I can get $6, $7 out of that. This bracelet was 50 cents. It's newer, but still it's nice. Probably $4 or $5. It's same with this one. This is 75 cents. Same scenario. And along with this one too, which was 75 cents. And I bought this one because I like the bottom, the little hangy part that you can adjust to the size. I don't know if you can see it very good with the camera. You can adjust to the size of your wrist. I got an Alex Annie bracelet for 50 cents. That's $5, $6. And I got this pin for 50 cents, and that's probably $5, $6. So let's go through the bag lot. So here's the items with the bag lot I got for $3. There's nothing very incredible in here, I'll tell you. This stuff is basically just junk. It's going to go to a junk jewelry bag. These 2 things here, I might be able to get a couple dollars out of this gold chain with the baubles on it. And this I'll put in my chain reserves. This piece is fairly decent. It's got a really nice clasp. I think I can probably get $5, $6 out of that piece. And the same with this one. It looks like some sort of natural stone. I'm not sure. I'll have to do a bit of research on that. And I think I can get for sure $5 or $6 out of there. So for sure I can triple my money on this, which is always my goal. So that's the things I got in that jewelry bag lot for $3. This is Lou from Lou's Antiques and Collectibles saying goodbye, and we'll see you again. Bye.